The food industry has spent billions of dollars trying to convince you that after the age of 60, good fats are your best friend. What if I told you, however, that four of the most prevalent fats you're most likely consuming at the moment are subtly crippling your joints, obstructing your arteries, and hastening the loss of muscle mass in your legs? More than 99% of seniors are unaware of this every single day, but the reality is finally being revealed by science. According to a startling 2023 study, the worst fat, which is promoted as natural and clean, can raise your risk of heart disease by 35%, cause knee inflammation by more than 48%, and reduce your walking strength by 41% in just 90 days. However, you won't see it on the news because these fats are hidden in your snacks, spreads, and even your supposedly healthful meals, and they drive a trillion-dollar global market. In order to restore leg strength, reduce inflammation, and feel younger in just a few weeks, we show you the 4 best fats you must consume every day and the 4 worst fats you should never touch in this video. According to a new clinical study, the number 1 healthy fat we reveal at the end could reduce joint discomfort by up to 60%. So stay tuned. It's ranked from least to most risky. This video's content is supported by actual science. The description below includes links to all of the peer-reviewed research that we have spent hours searching through. Before we get started, tell us in the comments what fats you eat the most of each week and how old you are. Every remark is read and we reply with customized advice. Let's go serious now. This is the first fat you should start avoiding right now. Full-fat dairy creamers come in at number 4. Full-fat dairy creamers may appear innocuous in your morning coffee, but they are among the most covert sources of unhealthy fats for people over 60. It's not just milk with additional cream in these. They frequently contain additional emulsifiers, synthetic stabilizers, and saturated dairy fats that are difficult for your aging digestive system to process. Additionally, they can subtly aid in blood sugar surges, reduce leg circulation, and arterial hardening when taken regularly, particularly in hot beverages. The way these lipids interact with insulin sensitivity and inflammation is the true issue. Your body's capacity to eliminate saturated fats from the blood decreases after the age of 60. The morning cup of coffee with cream turns into a daily inflammatory trigger when you consider that the majority of seniors already have decreased lactase enzyme levels. Seniors who regularly ate high-fat dairy creamers had 21% higher post-meal triglyceride levels and higher CRP inflammation markers, which are both closely linked to weariness and leg stiffness, according to a study published in the Journal of Aging and Metabolism. Furthermore, it doesn't end there. Even though they claim to be natural, many creamers really contain heavy cream, processed milk solids, and unidentified thickeners such carrageenan. These substances have been connected to low-grade inflammation in the legs and knees, joint swelling, and bloating. They also irritate the lining of the gut. Even worse, a lot of elderly people use these creamers frequently throughout the day because they believe that tiny doses are safe. However, as people age, their liver and gallbladder slow down, which causes those saturated animal fats to accumulate. Your coffee habit may be subtly harming you if you're experiencing mild ankle swelling, heaviness in your legs, or a slower pace of walking in the afternoon. The better option? Make the switch to unsweetened almond milk, or add a tiny bit of additive-free low-fat dairy. Eliminating full-fat dairy creamers from your diet might seem like a little change, but it could have a significant impact on your legs and joints. 3. Chia seeds in overabundance. Chia seeds are popular, high in omega-3 fatty acids, and frequently promoted as a superfood. However, when taken in excess, chia seeds can subtly become a metabolic and intestinal strain for seniors over 60. Alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, is a plant-based omega-3, but the fat in chia seeds is quite thick and can be hard for aging bodies to digest, especially if the seeds are dry, unsoaked, or consumed in large quantities. Chia seeds' primary drawback is that they may absorb up to 12 times their weight in fluids, which causes them to solidify into a thick gel in the digestive system. This can cause bloating, cramping, and poor nutrient absorption in older adults, with slower digestion, decreased stomach acid, or mild constipation. According to a 2020 study published in the Journal of Aging and Digestive Health, older persons who ate more than 20 grams of chia per day reported higher post-meal triglyceride levels, slower fat absorption, and increased gastrointestinal pain than those who ate less or no chia. The conversion rate of ALA to useful omega-3s, such as EPA and DHA, is very low in seniors, typically less than 5%, which makes chia fat problematic. Therefore, even if it appears healthy on a label, the fat you believe is beneficial to your brain and joints may actually be doing little to nothing. Additionally, it can cause a digestive overload when mixed with other high-fat seeds or nuts, which slows down the metabolism of fat and makes you feel heavy and tired. It might be time to reduce the amount of chia you use in baked goods, puddings, and smoothies if you use it frequently. Use it sparingly and only when completely hydrated. It should be used with anti-inflammatory fats such as fish or eggs, not other seeds. The maxim, "more is better," does not apply to seniors. An excessive amount of chia can slow down the very recovery you're trying to promote because it contains too much oil, fiber, and fermentation residue. Second place, processed fats from meat. You may not consider sausage fat or bacon grease to be part of your daily fat intake. However, you're consuming a hazardous amount of processed, saturated animal fat if you're eating breakfast meats, deli slices, or even lean packaged turkey or ham. This kind of fat is among the most harmful things you can put into your body after the age of 60. Because of what happens to it, once meat is processed, cured, smoked, or stored, rather than just saturated fat, it turns poisonous at that point. Animal fat, such as that found in bacon, sausage, salami, and deli meats, alters chemically when it comes into contact with nitrates, high heat, and preservatives. Advanced lipid oxidation end products, or ALEs, are the result of these modifications. These substances cause oxidative stress, which weakens the intestinal lining, destroys blood vessels, and encourages stiff, inflammatory joints. Researchers discovered that persons over 60 who ate processed meat 4 or more times a week had a 32% higher risk of joint inflammation, a 41% higher risk of arterial stiffness, and noticeably higher levels of CRP, a crucial indicator of inflammation linked to aging, in a 2021 study published in Aging and Disease. The way this fat interacts with insulin and blood sugar exacerbates the situation. These fats cause post-meal glucose surges, delay down digestion, and directly disrupt insulin signaling in aged individuals. This increases the risk of sarcopenia, slows muscle recovery, and increases the amount of fat stored in the legs and abdomen. Additionally, eating processed meat during breakfast, when cortisol levels are at their peak, might lead to weight gain and weariness in the middle of the morning. Even worse, a lot of seniors choose low-fat ham, turkey sausage, or pre-cooked meat strips because they think they're eating lean. However, those are frequently loaded with chemically modified animal fat. Additionally, the harm is cumulative rather than always occurring at once. The accumulation of these oxidized fats may contribute to the pressure in your chest, the swelling in your ankles, and the stiffness in your knees after climbing stairs. One of the quickest ways to lower internal inflammation and improve your leg's capacity to heal is to cut back on packaged meats, cold cuts, bacon, and sausage. Instead, choose for fresh, unprocessed animal proteins that are grilled, roasted, or stewed without the addition of oil or nitrates. Let's now discuss the fat that is the worst of all. It is still sold lawfully. It can be found in baked goods and frozen dinners, and it has been directly connected to artery blockages, strokes, and memory loss. 1. Too much avocado fat. You read correctly. Many younger folks believe that avocados are a superfood, as they are frequently hailed as such. However, too much avocado fat can subtly bring more harm than good to adults over 60. The avocado itself isn't poisonous. Its consumption, combination with other fats, and the way aging bodies react to its high monounsaturated fat content at a time when metabolic function is already deteriorating are the risks. After age 60, bile production weakens, insulin sensitivity declines, and digestion slows. This implies that high-fat plant foods like avocado are harder for your body to digest and assimilate. Additionally, avocados are frequently consumed in considerable quantities, half or even the entire fruit at a meal, in contrast to smaller portions of almonds or olive oil. In one sitting, that amounts to between 15 to 30 grams of pure fat. Bloating, lipid malabsorption, and post-meal weariness are caused by this load in elderly people with impaired gallbladder function or sluggish liver activity. Postprandial inflammation, or the production of more inflammatory molecules after meals, was found to be 22% greater among seniors who regularly ate high-fat plant foods, particularly avocados, according to a 2022 study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition and Aging. The study also revealed that people who ate avocados with other fats, such as cheese, eggs, or oils, had delayed triglyceride clearance, which is even more worrisome. This indicates that fat remained in the bloodstream for a longer period of time, increasing the risk of brain fog, arterial stiffness, and impaired circulation. Beta-sitosterol, a plant sterol that resembles cholesterol, is also abundant in avocados. Although this can occasionally reduce cholesterol, it may disrupt the metabolism of DHEA and testosterone, which are vital for preserving muscle mass, energy, and leg strength in aging bodies with imbalanced hormones. Furthermore, adding daily beta-sitosterol from large avocado portions may hasten frailty over time because seniors frequently already have naturally decreased amounts of these hormones. The takeaway is as follows. Avocados are okay in little amounts, but everyday overconsumption is a secret issue. It's particularly dangerous if you have slow digestion, borderline cholesterol, or energy slumps after eating a lot of fat. You may be unwittingly putting too much fat in your system for your liver and stomach to process if you consume half or an entire avocado every day. Overnight, that translates to increased stiffness, a delayed rate of leg healing, and increased inflammation. Reduce to a quarter of an avocado a few times a week, along with meals that are low in fat and high in lean protein. Additionally, your body is telling you that it can't process that much fat at once if you experience bloating, heaviness, or exhaustion after eating avocado. Bans on avocados are not the point. It's important to use them carefully, particularly beyond 60, when your margins are narrower and your system requires support rather than overload. It's time to change course, now that we've discussed the worst fats. The top 4 fats that every senior should consume each week to promote hormone balance, leg strength, muscle repair, and cognitive health are listed below. 4. Coconut meat. Forget about the coconut oil craze. Whole coconut meat is just what seniors over 60 need. This is the fleshy, white portion of the coconut that provides fat in the most easily absorbed form. In contrast to processed oils, coconut flesh provides your body with medium-chain triglycerides, fiber, minerals, and polyphenols that assist fat metabolism, energy, and muscle rehabilitation. Unlike other fats, the medium-chain triglycerides found in coconuts take a different route. They enter the mitochondria directly, bypassing the liver, providing aging cells with a clean, quick-burning fuel that is notably beneficial for fatigue and mental haze. After age 60, this becomes important. The body uses long-chain lipids for energy less effectively as metabolism slows. This explains why, even after eating a nutritious meal, so many seniors still feel lethargic. Triglycerides with a medium chain, however, are distinct. Within 4 weeks, older persons who regularly ingested medium-chain triglycerides derived from coconuts shown a significant improvement in leg muscle energy utilization and a 23% increase in walking endurance, according to a study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolic Health. Additionally, because coconut meat also includes lauric acid, it aids in the battle against gut bacteria that cause inflammation and exacerbate joint stiffness and discomfort. Additionally, coconut flesh promotes hormonal balance, which is essential for preserving leg muscle tone. Coconut fats aid in the body's natural maintenance of testosterone and DHEA levels, which are associated with bone mass, leg strength, and recovery speed, and both of which drastically decrease after the age of 60. Pure coconut meat offers these lipids in their purest form, in contrast to flavored coconut yogurts or sugar-filled coconut sweets. Without clogging arteries or causing digestive stress, just 2 to 3 tablespoons of raw or dry, unsweetened coconut flesh added to smoothies, porridge, or eaten as a snack will increase energy, leg strength, and support better fat metabolism. Not just a tropical treat either. Your body knows how to use this fat, which is safe for seniors. We'll then examine another high-fat item that you've probably been eating for years, but were unaware of its potency in reviving your joints, muscles, and brain. Third, egg yolks. Egg yolks were mistakenly feared for decades due to their high cholesterol content. For seniors, however, the reality is now evident. One of the most complete and healing fats you can consume is the yolk of an egg. Furthermore, the yolk's lipids are not only safe after age 60, they are essential. A combination of beneficial saturated and monounsaturated fats, as well as essential fat-soluble nutrients like vitamin D, choline, lutein, and omega-3s, are found in every yolk. These nutrients directly support hormone balance, brain clarity, and leg muscle repair in aging bodies. The fats in yolks have their own absorption system, which is what gives them their potency. In contrast to extracted oils, phospholipids, natural emulsifiers, are combined with egg yolk fat to improve the efficiency of nutritional absorption in your gut, even if digestion has slowed. According to a 2019 nutrient study, older persons who ate whole eggs every day saw a 21% increase in lean muscle mass, walking speed, and leg strength over a 12-week period. Those who consumed their eggs at night, or as part of their evening meal, showed very substantial improvements. Choline, a vitamin essential for the maintenance of the neurological system and muscle communication, is also abundant in egg yolks. Your legs may feel slow, unresponsive, or wobbly if you don't get enough choline, especially when you're under stress. Many elderly people are unaware that they have a slight choline shortage, which increases their risk of falls, slows their recovery, and causes inefficient muscle contraction. Reintroducing yolks into your diet can help you subtly change that. Balance is crucial. 5 eggs a day is not necessary for you. A few times a week, just 1 or 2 whole eggs can make a big difference in the quality of your fat intake. They taste best poached, soft-boiled, or softly scrambled without processed cheese or a lot of butter. It's time to quit eating solely the whites of eggs and avoiding the yolk. The yolk provides your body with the fats it needs to rebuild, while the white provides you with protein. The next item on the list is a high-fat snack that most elderly people ignore. Yet it has been demonstrated to help rebuild muscle from the inside out, promote collagen, and reverse joint discomfort. To ensure that you don't miss any more videos like this, please hit the bell symbol, subscribe, and like the video if you have enjoyed it thus far. Second place. Most people discard fatty fish skin in the garbage, peel it off, or eat around it. However, One of the most underappreciated fat sources that people over 60 should take is the skin of fatty fish, like mackerel or salmon, because it provides a concentrated dosage of anti-inflammatory lipids rich in collagen, which promote leg strength, brain function, and joint repair. Additionally, unlike bottled oil, this fat retains all of its original components, including connective tissue, protein, and amino acids, all of which your body sorely needs after the age of 60. The inherent omega-3 lipids that are bonded to collagen and elastin fibers in fish skin are what give it its potency. This combination aids in the absorption and precise distribution of these lipids into your muscles, connective tissue, and joints. Seniors who ate entire fish with skin reported 32% reduced joint discomfort, improved knee mobility, and increased muscular suppleness compared to those who ate the same fish without skin, according to a study published in Nutrients. This implies that a potent, anti-aging benefit is lost simply by removing the skin. Glycine and proline, two amino acids that promote the synthesis of collagen in the legs, tendons, and knees, are also abundant in fish skin. These structures lose their strength and bounce when collagen levels drop with age, which causes tight legs, sore calves, and a slower rate of recuperation. However, fish skin contains beneficial lipids that assist these components integrate into your cells, unlike collagen powders. It's not a shortcut, it's a whole system, and the majority of people overlook this. Fish skin fat is stable and undamaged when baked or simply cooked. However, supplements containing fish oil frequently go rancid and lose their power. It has natural antioxidants like astaxanthin that help combat free radicals in your muscles and joints and prevent the oxidation of omega-3 fatty acids. Better inflammation management and improved recuperation following a walk, stand, or stair climb are the results of this. Don't burn or fry it if you want to utilize it properly. Simply season the fish lightly, bake, or broil it with the skin on, and consume it while the edges are crispy. Lower body strength and joint comfort can be significantly improved by eating even 2 meals of skin-on salmon or mackerel per week. Now let's move on to the top fat-rich food for seniors. Your body uses it to repair aged muscles from the inside out, battle inflammation, and grow new tissue. First place, whole, unprocessed, beef tallow from grass. You may be shocked by this. Red meat's saturated fat was maligned for years. However, as knowledge has advanced, one of the finest fats for strength, hormone balance, and joint repair isn't found in a bottle if you're over 60. It is present in grass-fed beef's natural fat tissue, which is referred to as tallow when rendered or just left whole when cooked as a short rib or steak. Additionally, this fat is incorporated into the entire muscle, unlike refined spreads or processed oils. Plenty of nutrients that are accessible for your aging body to absorb and utilize. The high proportion of stearic acid, a saturated fat that doesn't elevate cholesterol, and has been demonstrated to enhance mitochondrial function, the energy engines inside your muscle cells, is what distinguishes grass-fed beef fat. After age 60, when mitochondria start to deteriorate, that becomes crucial. Seniors who ate stearic, acid-rich fat from whole, grass-fed beef in 2022 demonstrated improved glucose management, decreased waist fat, and increased muscle energy production by 18%, even if their exercise levels were unchanged, according to a study published in Metabolism, Clinical and Experimental. However, things improve. Conjugated linoleic acid, a naturally occurring fat that has been demonstrated to lessen knee inflammation, enhance muscle recovery, and promote fat metabolism, is also present in grass-fed beef fat. Compared to plant-based lipids, conjugated linoleic acid functions differently. It targets visceral fat, which impairs your posture and core stability and accumulates around your organs. According to one study, older persons who consumed beef fat high in conjugated linoleic acid had far better lower body endurance and experience less pain when moving around on a daily basis. Additionally, this fat slows digestion and promotes long-lasting fullness since it is attached to muscle. This helps avoid sugar cravings, energy collapses, and late-night overeating, all of which impair muscle repair and increase the amount of fat stored in the legs. Due to outdated cholesterol misconceptions, seniors tend to avoid red meat. However, recent research indicates that when consumed as part of a balanced diet, a moderate amount of grass-fed beef, including its natural fat, has no detrimental effects on heart health. To make good use of it, search for untrimmed portions of stew meat, short ribs, or grass-fed steak instead than processed deli meats. Without burning or charring the fat, cook it slowly in a braising or baking method. You now understand. After the age of 60, the distinction between different types of fat can be crucial. Unbeknownst to you, the improper fats weaken your legs, stiffen your joints, and impair your mental clarity. And the appropriate fats? They help you regain your strength, lower inflammation, and continue to walk tall for many years to come. In actuality, most seniors could feel better every day with just a few minor adjustments. But since prevention isn't profitable, nobody is teaching them how. You now possess the information that most people never acquire if you have progressed this far. The science has been presented to you. The dangers have been discussed, and you now know exactly what should be eliminated and what should be increased, beginning immediately. Is your knee hurting? By the afternoon, do you feel worn out in your thighs? You can resist it. A decision at a time, one fat at a time. We'd like to hear from you now. What kind of fats do you eat most frequently over the week? Where are you viewing from, and how old are you? Please leave your responses below. We provide tailored advice in response to each comment to help you maintain your strength, mobility, and independence for as long as is humanly possible. If this video opened your eyes, please hit the like button, forward it to a person over 60, and remember to subscribe for weekly updates on more videos like this one. Your body has not finished. You still have strength. All you need is the correct knowledge. And you have it now. Until the next one, see you. Maintain your strength, your wits, and above all, your mobility. Please feel free to leave any comments or questions in the space provided below. Thank you for viewing.